My name is Theodore James Paluch, 285th Field Artillery Observation Battalion.
Where were you when the Battle of the Bulge actually began?
I was in Schevenhut, Germany. We got orders, I was in the 1st Army, got orders to move to the 3rd Army. And on the 17th, we were moving in convoy. And on the way, I noticed a couple Germans standing there, and it was woods. It was 3 Germans, and they were about 10, 15 feet apart, and no vehicle there or nothing. We just said, we were wondering why they were there. And down the road, we saw parachutes in the trees, and then didn't think of it until I read a book about a German paratrooper staying on the road, waving to us as we went by. So we went to Malmedy. There was one got sick on one of the trucks, and the other truck, there was buddies in there, so both trucks stopped for medical attention. The rest of the outfit went through. And as we hit 2.5 miles from Malmedy, Benez, there's a T road there. Well, we were coming down, took the right, and the Germans were coming up the other way towards us. And when our vehicle got so far down, the lead vehicle, they fired on the lead vehicle and it stopped the column. And we all got out, and there was a lot of firing. I don't know what we were firing at, but there was a lot of firing. I never saw so many tracer bullets go across the road. Now, I could stand in the ditch and it come up to about my knees, I guess, my chin. It was so deep there. And the ones in the lead convoy there, they could get in the woods. The Germans weren't up there as yet. Then they had a tank with a couple of SS troopers behind, come down and put their gun down in the valley. All we had was carbines. We were observing battery. And we took prisoners, and we went up to the crossroads here. They searched us, took cigarettes, had a pair of socks, watch, anything of value they took. By the way, I did get paid for some of that. We made a list of what we lost and got paid for that. From there, they put us in a field, and then every tank and half-track that came around, I think there was something 96 of them, came around, fired into the group, and laid there, I guess, for a couple hours. And it was getting dark. It was starting to get dark, and someone hollered, "Let's go." I got up and start running down the little dirt road there, and that was their front line. And German SS trooper came out, took a couple shots at me, and I dove into there was a break in the hedgerow. I dove into that, and he came up and looked at me. He didn't come in, he just looked the outside and went back. He could have shot me then if he wanted to, right in the back. And I laid there and watched him come out and pump water. They didn't have no running water on the inside and getting it through the pump. So I laid there for a little while, and I noticed there was a little break, a little, I guess, hill right behind me there, and I just rolled to the hill. And I start walking, I came up to a crossroad, or railroad tracks, and I followed that. I figured that'd be the best thing. So then I met up with a fellow from our outfit, and then a guy from the 2nd Division, I think his name was Anderson, and another fellow, I don't know what outfit he was from, and we all come in together. Well, they were shot in the leg and all. We helped them in, and we got into Malmedy, and they blocked the road, but didn't block anything on the railroad tracks or anything. We came right into the center of the city there, and then we were examined, and anything we wanted, morphine, anything we wanted, any drugs we wanted. I didn't take any. I'm glad they didn't. And that was about it there. And I saw guys come in with both arms, both legs, shot across the stomach, and blood just coming out of his mouth like a spigot. And he left the next day. His name was Cobbler. Yeah. I saw his, when I was over there in '96, I saw his burial place over there.
What were you thinking when you were in the field?
Trying to get away. Yeah, that's all you were thinking about, is which way to go and how to get away. I think to get away, you didn't even notice it was cold. It was cold, and you didn't even notice that. You didn't, nothing. Just the idea of getting away. And I guess I was praying, too, because I could hear other people praying, too. But just getting away, what direction to go, and things of that nature. You figured you were captured, maybe taken back in prison camp. That's what I thought might probably happen if I was caught. But I didn't expect that. While we were there, laying in the ground, that was their front line, and that's where they had stationed in that bar or house there, whatever it was. And they came around, anyone that was moaning, they shot. And there was proof of that afterwards, too. The shells were found there. Yeah, I just laid still. That's all I could do. And I guess he didn't notice, that's all. I saw a lot of them afterwards. Piper, I saw him, and he could speak pretty good English, too. And he was a real soldier, and I saw some of the others. I think it was in Munich, right after the war.
What did you do after the war?
Got drunk every night for about 4 or 5 months, I guess. Then went back to work.
What was it like to meet other survivors after the war?
Oh, we met every year, I guess, up until 3 or 4 years ago. But there was hardly any of us left then. So everyone's getting old, couldn't drive and different things, and so we called it quits. I kept in contact with one of the survivors in Pittsburgh, Al Valenzi, and he passed away last April. And I have no contact with any of the others now. I think there's 1 or 2 left besides myself.